Hello, Sharks. Welcome to the 2021 Atlantic High School Black History Month virtual program. Black History Month is an annual celebration of achievements by African Americans and a time for recognizing the central role of blacks in U.S. history. President Gerald Ford officially recognized Black History Month in 1976, calling upon the public to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans throughout our history. There have been prominent Black figures that have impacted our country who are scientists, authors, military generals, doctors, astronauts, educators, athletes, Nobel Peace Prize winners, and yes, a president of the United States. These individuals did not become famous for the purpose of impacting a particular culture or race, but by making a difference in the world we live. Their impact is significant because it has helped blur the lines of racism, hate, and inequity among all humans. Sharks, it is up to each of us to ensure that our future is less burdened by the barriers of injustice, that we will see less prejudice and discrimination to our fellow humans based on the race, gender, religion, disability, sexuality, or even nationality, and that you will educate your children and your children's children to be the catalyst of change for a better world. I hope each of you will enjoy our show. Thank you.
To offset some of the events or the repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think
we haven't had it this bad in a long time.
We are oppressed.
You're assuming
Talk about police violence,
that
police crime.
the measure of our enlightenment, or at least our politeness, has some effect on the world. It may not.
Assaults on the Black community.
I remember, for example, when the ex-Attorney General, Mr. Robert Kennedy, said that it was conceivable that in 40 years in America we might have a Negro president. And that sounded like a very emancipated statement, I suppose, to white people. They were not in Harlem when this statement was first heard.
Years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free.
I say to you, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today I have a dream that one day down in Alabama with its vicious racists, with its governor having lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and little black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and little white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low, every rough place will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hoe out the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing one day we will be free. This will be the day when all God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, 'tis of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing, land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghanies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped mountains of Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And when this happens and when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and from every hamlet, from every state and every city, we'll be able to speed up that day when all God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing the words of that old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we're free at last.
Songs of survival. Singing as a form of communication is deeply rooted in the African American culture. It began with the African slaves who were kidnapped and shipped across the Atlantic. Slaves from different countries, tribes, and cultures used singing as a way to communicate during the voyage. Music was a way for slaves to express their feelings, whether it was happiness, sadness, inspiration, or hope. Songs were passed down from generation to generation throughout history and slavery to express that hope.
Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King. Truth is outside. But where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. I can't fake what's left to do. Truth is I'm weak, no strength to fight, no tears to cry, even if I tried, but still my soul refuses to die. One touch will change my life. Take me to the King.
Shots fired. Male down. Black male. Maybe 20. Black revolver, black handgun.
Tamir Rice, who was 12 years old, died later in hospital. His family wanted these recordings released, and the police obliged.
This is not an effort to exonerate. It's not an effort to show the public that anybody did anything wrong.
Police say Tamir was told 3 times to raise his hands, but his family questions the speed of the incident.
In 2 seconds, you stood over my body, and in the next minute, you watched me die in pain and agony. Why? Why is the question that I'm asking you? Did the color of my skin offend you? Or did my toy gun create fear within you? I, Tamir Rice, was a child full of innocence and full of hope. I never harmed anyone and never had intentions of harming anyone on November 22nd, 2014. I was playing in the park, not bothering anyone and minding my own business. Yet seemingly you killed me for no reason at all. And unfortunately, I know if I was a white boy in that same situation, I would still be alive today. Police brutality against black people isn't uncommon. And sadly, police officers continue to unlawfully murder my black brothers and sisters day in and day out due to the mere fact that they are just that, black. There's no justification for the actions and their actions, and there is no justification, nor money, nor apology that can ever replace me or any other victim of police brutality. And the $6 million the city of Cleveland gave my family does not justify Officer Loman's and Officer Garnback's actions. Those so-called police officers should have been indicted by the grand jury, and as a result of my death, they should have been fired. But I guess that will only happen in a perfect and just world, because still to this day, black people go around in this world with targets on their back, living in fear of the ones who are supposed to protect them the most. Black people, the police. Yet even in fear, we continue to fight for justice and equality of our people and all people for that matter. And we continue to fight against the unjust criminal justice system. And peaceful protesting is how we fight. It's how we speak our minds and speak up for the people like myself who can't speak up for themselves anymore. Our community has to speak up, because if they don't, nobody else will. They have to speak up for the ones like myself who can't speak up for themselves anymore. And that starts with voting for politicians that speak up for all people, minorities and black people, not just white and rich people. People might say forget about me, or might try to re-image me as a juvenile. But my story is one out of the hundreds of stories that end with an innocent black person getting brutally and unlawfully murdered by the hands of the police. Don't forget about me or my story. Live through me and fight for me. Say my name and say their names as well. We want an immediate end of police brutality and murder of all black people, other people of color, and all oppressed people in the United States. Black Panther Party, 0.7 out of 10. Say my name. Tamir Rice.
Dance. When Africans were forcibly sold out of Africa across the Atlantic Ocean into foreign lands, they were often totally detached from their own language and communities. One of the cultural forms which helped people survive and communicate with one another was music. Music could communicate across the language barrier that divided different enslaved Africans. All Africans could take part in music and dancing, so it provided a tool for survival. Dances had particular meanings and could convey specific ideas. The way in which music and dance were used can be traced back to the slave ships themselves. Africans were forced to dance on deck for exercise. Many took advantage of this to bond and communicate with their shipmates by dancing steps remembered from their past in Africa. This was to continue in the Americas in dances, religions, ceremonies, and other musical forms that used cultural traditions.
Hold my hand, ooh baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand, ooh baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. If you get sleep or if you get night, the cock's gonna call in the morning, baby. And check the cupboard for your daddy's guy. Red sun rises like an early warning. The Lord's gonna come for your firstborn son. His hair's on fire and his heart is burning. So go to the river where the water runs. Wash him deep where the tides are turning. And if you fall, and if you fall, hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. The wolves will chase you by the pale moonlight, drunk and driven by a devil's hunger. Drive your son like a railroad spike into the water, let it pull him under. But though you lift him, let him drown alive. The good Lord speaks like a rolling thunder. Let that fever make the water rise. Let the river run dry. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way, a long, long, long way. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down.
with something we ain't never had. Let's start with a good dad. So real, but it's so sad. And while we're hurting this incense, we gon' pray for the innocent. Cause right now it don't make sense. Right now it don't make sense. Let's talk about Chi-Town. Let's talk about Gaza. Let's talk about Israel. Cause right now it's real. Let's talk Nigeria in a mass hysteria. Yeah, our souls are brought together so that we can love each other, brother. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are here. No guns made in Harlem, but yet crime is a problem. He wanna shine, they wanna rob him. Single mother, where you come from? How we gonna save the nation with no support for education? Cause right now it don't make sense. Right now it don't make sense. Let's talk about our part. My heart touch your heart. Let's talk about living. Had enough of dying, not what we're all about. Let's do more giving, do more forgiving. Yeah, our souls are brought together so that we can love each other, sister. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. We are here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here. Here. We are here for all of us. We are here for all of us. That's why we are here. Why we are here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Now.
The Greenwood District, known as Black Wall Street, was a community built for Black people by Black people. The district was self-contained and self-reliant by depending on the contributions and patronage of local Black community. Black Wall Street housed 600 businesses, 21 churches, 21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, 2 movie theaters, 6 private airlines, a hospital, post offices, schools, libraries, law offices, and even a bus system. The Black dollar circulated in the community without ever reaching outside of the community. Black Wall Street was destroyed on June 21, 1921, due to a false accusation that 19-year-old Dick Rowland sexually assaulted 17-year-old white elevator operator named Sarah Page. An angry mob went to the courthouse and demanded the sheriff hand him over. However, the sheriff refused. A group of armed Black men who many were World War I veterans, went to the courthouse to protect Roland. When word spread of possible lynching, 75 black men were met at the courthouse by 1,500 whites. The white mob went into Greenwood, looting homes, burning businesses, and murdering blacks. With all the destruction, the city refused to assist it in rebuilding. With the help of the NAACP, black churches, and other black townships, Black Wall Street was rebuilt. Due to urban renewal and integration, the demographics of the Greenwood district changed, thus fading the dominance of its past. Black Wall Street motivated movie producers like Spike Lee to tell our unfiltered stories from the black perspective. Spike Lee brought America Malcolm X, Do the Right Thing, and The Black Klansman, movies that have transformed America. The tenacity and the soul of self-sufficiency that fueled the drive of Greenwood District residents is the same fuel that has motivated individuals like Tyler Perry. Tyler created a massive studio that has created more job opportunities and promoted black entertainment. He has single-handedly increased jobs in Atlanta and stimulated the economy. His studio was the site of the Black Panther, Bad Boys for Life, and now Coming to America 2. His replicas of the White House and other well-known landmarks are immaculate and pristine, driving more and more movie producers to use his studio. The studio is landmark for black actors in Hollywood who have had difficulty in receiving top pay and prime roles. Tyler Perry Studios has eliminated the glass ceilings and fostered the environment where creativity and aspiration have no limits. Black actresses, actors, producers, film crew, and others within the film industry now have the opportunity for stories to be told, movies to be made, without having the stories filtered for the people about the people. Now, stories are told from the perspective of the people. After support from Tyler Perry Studios, many actors and actresses have obtained primetime television shows as a result. Idris Elba, Cicely Tyson, Taraji P. Henson, Janet Jackson, Gabrielle Union, Angela Bassett, Blair Underwood, Shamar Moore, Nia Long, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Chadwick Boseman, and Michael B. Jordan have had the opportunity to be impacted by Tyler Perry Studios. After building an empire to break the glass ceilings for Black America, Tyler Perry has officially reached the status of Black billionaire. From homelessness to billionaire status, Tyler has helped shift the idea of the power of the Black dollar. By consistently showing the $1.2 trillion power that the Black America dollar has in America, further shows that when equality and equity are provided for the African American community, the sky is truly the limit.